Welcome viewers. Today we'll be breaking down a Glock 22 for cleaning and lubing. These are just a few items that we'll be using for this session today. The cleaning kit, the bore cleaner, and some oil, and of course the Glock 22. These are the cleaning supplies. Make sure you have a cloth. The wire brush is one I like to use. We have a barrel bore, push rod, there went the spring, and then there's some adapters for the push rod, and this is the barrel, the slide, and the grip, and of course the spring. First off, we'll go ahead and just wipe the spring down. Really shouldn't take a whole lot. And then we take our push rod with a wire brush at the end of it. We shove it down there and we scrub it up pretty good. And then I get the bore cleaner out and use this adapter piece with the cloth in the end of it. Make sure that it's wrung out a little bit. We don't need too much, but definitely enough to get the solvent down. Make sure you run it up and down a couple times while twisting. And then you'll see that even now it's kind of dirty. And then I put a different adapter on. It's kind of a cotton push. It's linen. You see that it's already pretty dirty. And if it continues to get too dirty, you can wrap one of the linen cloths around it and then run it down. You'll see that it gets, even after a few runs of the push rod, it still comes out fairly dirty. But once it's all said and done, you'll see how shiny it is. Once it's shiny, you know it's clean. Now we'll go ahead and work with the slide. I just used the previously wet one, and make sure that you rub down everywhere. This is where the firing pin is, and if you rub your finger over it, you should not feel the firing pin. I get a wire brush and then the already wet cloth, and I rub it up and down the rails, make sure they're good and clean. Helps you get into the rail itself. And then we go ahead and use a Q-tip to get into that rail again. There's a lot of action in this area. You really want to get it pretty clean. If you can see, it's already pretty clean, pretty dirty Q-tip. Once it's all said and done, you go ahead and grab your microfiber cloth and wipe down everything. You'll see that it's not really producing a whole lot of dirt now. Then you grab the grip, brush it down. You don't need a whole lot of work on that. I grab one of the cloths, the swatches, and get some cleaner on it and rub down on the rail guides. And that's the trigger assembly back there. And then you wipe down any excess cleaner. And then check the action of anything that you can double check, make sure it's all working properly. And now we're done. Look, it was directed by me. I was the demonstrator and the narrator, so starring me.